Welcome to Afro Think Tank University, where we learn, build, and grow together. Class is now in session. One of the best feelings in the world is getting paid. Whether it's money from a job, a business, an allowance, a side hustle, or even a birthday gift, most people feel excited when money arrives. For a moment, it feels like all possibilities are open. You can buy something you've wanted, you can go somewhere fun, you can treat yourself, you can finally get that thing you've been thinking about for weeks. But here's a question that most people never ask. If getting paid feels so good, why do so many people still struggle with money? Why do some people receive money every month and somehow never seem to get ahead? And why do other people earn the same amount of money yet seem to be building a stronger financial future? The answer often has nothing to do with how much money someone earns. Instead, it has a lot to do with what happens after the money arrives. Today, Amari and Zuri are about to discover that earning money is only the first step. The real challenge is deciding what to do with it, because money without a plan tends to disappear. And when money disappears, people often find themselves asking the same question over and over again. Where did all my money go? Dialogue. Amari. Payday feels good, right? But what you do with your money matters more than what you make. Zuri. Yeah, but sometimes by the end of the month, it's like it just disappears. Amari. That's exactly what we're going to figure out today. Many people think there are hundreds of things they can do with money. In reality, almost every financial decision falls into three simple categories: saving, spending, and investing. Saving means putting money aside for future needs. Spending means using money to buy things you need or want today. Investing means putting money to work so it can grow into more money over time. The people who become financially successful learn how to balance all three. They don't spend every dollar they earn, and they don't hide all their money under a mattress either. They understand when to save, when to spend, and when to invest. Before Amari and Zuri can learn how to build wealth, they first need to understand these three basic choices. Dialogue. Amari, before you decide what to do with your money, you need to understand your three main choices. Zuri, three choices? I thought money was just for buying stuff. Amari, that's what most people think, but spending is only one of the three choices. Zuri, okay, so what are the other two? Amari, first you can save money. That's putting some aside for the future instead of using it right now. Zuri, like keeping money in a piggy bank or a savings account. Amari, exactly. Saving helps protect you when unexpected things happen. Zuri, that makes sense. What's the second choice? Amari, the second choice is spending. That's using money to buy things you need or want. Zuri, that's the one most people seem really good at. Amari, you're probably right. But there's a third choice that many people forget about. Zuri, what's that? Amari, investing. That's when you put your money to work so it can grow and make more money. Zuri, so instead of me working for every dollar, my money can start working too? Amari, exactly. That's one of the secrets wealthy people understand. Zuri, so every dollar I get can either be saved, spent, or invested. Amari, that's right. The trick is learning how much should go into each category. Zuri, I think I'm starting to understand. Amari, good. Because in the next example, we're going to see what happens when someone gets $20 and has to make those choices. Now that Amari and Zuri understand the three choices every dollar has, it's time to see how those choices work in real life. Amari just earned $20 helping his uncle with yard work. Like many young people, he now has a decision to make. Should he spend it all, save it all, or invest some of it? The smartest people understand that money works best when it has more than one job. Instead of putting every dollar into one category, they learn how to balance saving, spending, and investing. Amari, I just got $20 for helping my uncle clean up his yard. Zuri, nice. What are you going to buy? Amari, that's exactly the problem. If I spend all $20, I'll have fun today, but tomorrow I'll be back at zero. Zuri, so what are your options? Amari, I could save some of it for later. Zuri, that would help if something unexpected comes up. Amari, I could spend some of it on something I actually want. Zuri, and that's okay too. Money isn't only for saving. Amari, then I could invest some of it and let it grow. Zuri, so the goal isn't to put all your money in one place. Amari, exactly. The goal is balance. Zuri, so I can't just spend the whole $20 on snacks and video games? Amari, you can, but then your money stops working for you. Zuri, I think that's why so many people always feel broke. Amari, they spend everything and leave nothing behind for tomorrow. Amari has decided not to spend all $20. Instead, he's going to give every dollar a job. $10 will go into savings, $5 will be used for spending. The remaining $5 will be invested. This simple plan allows Amari to enjoy some of his money today while also preparing for tomorrow. Many people think wealth comes from making a lot of money, but wealth often starts with making smart decisions with the money you already have. Amari, I think I have a plan. Zuri, let's hear it. Amari, I'm going to save $10. Zuri, why so much? Amari, because savings protect me if something unexpected happens. Zuri, that makes sense. What about the rest? Amari, I'll spend $5 on something I enjoy. Zuri, so you still get to have fun. Amari, exactly. Then I'll invest the last $5. Zuri, so every dollar has a purpose. Amari, that's the idea. Zuri, instead of my money disappearing, it's working toward different goals. Amari, right. Some money helps me today. Some money helps me tomorrow. And some money helps me build my future. Zuri, I never thought about money like that before. Amari, most people don't. That's why we're learning it now. Amari's plan is beginning to make sense to Zuri. She realizes that financial success isn't about having more money than everyone else. It's about using the money you have wisely. By giving every dollar a purpose, Amari is protecting himself, enjoying life, and building for the future at the same time. This is called balance, and balance is one of the most important habits successful people develop. Money without a plan often disappears. Money with a plan can help create opportunities, freedom, and wealth. Zuri, I think I'm finally getting it. Amari, getting what? Zuri, it's not really about how much money you have. It's about what you do with it. Amari, exactly. Zuri, a lot of people would spend the whole $20 the same day they got it. Amari, and then they'd wonder where their money went. Zuri, but your plan gives every dollar a job. Amari, that's the secret. Zuri, some money protects you. Amari, that's saving. Zuri, some money lets you enjoy life. Amari, that's spending. Zuri, and some money helps create more money. Amari, that's investing. Zuri, so all three are important. Amari, right. If one of them is missing for too long, your financial life becomes unbalanced. Zuri, I can still enjoy today while building tomorrow. Amari, now you're thinking like a wealth builder. Zuri, and that's how ordinary people become financially successful. Amari, one smart decision at a time. Amari and Zuri have learned that every dollar can be saved, spent, or invested. But now they're about to discover something even more important. The choices you make with money today can create very different futures tomorrow. Two people can earn the exact same amount of money and end up in completely different situations. The difference isn't always how much money they make. The difference is often the decisions they make with the money they already have. Amari, let's run a future simulation. Zuri, a future simulation? Amari, yep. Let's see what happens when two people get the same $20. Zuri, okay, I'm watching. Amari, person A spends the entire $20 immediately. Zuri, new shoes, snacks, video games, gone. Amari, exactly. Zuri, what happens next? Amari, a few days later the money is gone. Zuri, and they're back at zero. Amari, no savings, no investments, no backup plan. Zuri, now show me person B. Amari, person B saves some, spends some, and invests some. Zuri, same $20. Amari, the exact same $20. Zuri, but a completely different result. Amari, that's the power of good decisions. Zuri, so wealth starts with habits. Amari, exactly. Small decisions repeated over and over again. Zuri, the future isn't built in one day. Amari, it's built one smart choice at a time. By now, Zuri understands that money isn't just something you spend. It's a tool that can help shape your future. What surprises her most is that two people can start with the exact same amount of money and end up in very different situations. The difference isn't luck. The difference is the choices they make. Every financial decision is like casting a vote for the future you want to create. Amari, let's compare two people who both start with $20. Zuri, okay. Amari, person A spends all $20 immediately. Zuri, everything. Amari, every last dollar. Zuri, what happens next? Amari, a few days later, the money is gone. Zuri, and they have nothing left. Amari, no savings, no investments, no backup plan. Zuri, now show me person B. Amari, person B saves $10, spends $5, and invests $5. Zuri, same amount of money. Amari, exactly the same. Zuri, but a completely different outcome. Amari, that's the power of planning. Zuri, one person only thought about today. Amari, and the other person thought about today and tomorrow. Zuri, so money doesn't just disappear by itself. Amari, usually not. Most of the time, it follows our decisions. Zuri, the choices we make today create the future we live in later. Amari, that's one of the most important lessons about money. Zuri, small choices really do add up. Amari, and that's how wealth begins. Amari and Zuri are beginning to see the bigger picture. Money isn't just about what you can buy today. It's also about the future you're creating for yourself. Every choice has consequences. Some choices make tomorrow more difficult. Other choices make tomorrow easier. You can't predict every challenge you'll face in life, but you can prepare for many of them by making smart decisions today. The future isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you build, one decision at a time. Amari, look at these two futures. Zuri, they started with the same amount of money. Amari, but they made different choices. Zuri, one person only thought about today. Amari, and the other person thought about both today and tomorrow. Zuri, that's why their futures look so different. Amari, exactly. Zuri, so every decision is like laying a brick. Amari, a brick. Zuri, yeah, one brick doesn't look like much. Amari, but enough bricks can build a house. Zuri, and enough smart money decisions can build a better future. Amari, now you're seeing it. Zuri, saving protects me. Amari, right. Zuri, spending helps me enjoy life. Amari, correct. Zuri, investing helps me grow my opportunities. Amari, exactly. Zuri, and when I do all three responsibly, I create more freedom for myself later. Amari, that's the goal. Zuri, freedom. Amari, financial freedom starts with financial discipline. Zuri, I think I'm ready to start building my future. Amari, and it starts with the very next dollar you earn. Amari has one final lesson for Zuri. Every financial decision is like taking a step down a path. Some paths lead to more stress, fewer choices, and missed opportunities. Other paths lead to greater freedom, more options, and a stronger future. The good news is that you don't have to make perfect decisions every time. What matters most is consistency. Small, smart choices repeated over and over can create big results over time. Amari, look at these two paths. Zuri, they start in the same place. Amari, just like most people start with opportunities to make good decisions. Zuri, but the paths don't end in the same place. Amari, that's right. Zuri, one path gets harder. Amari, because the person kept choosing short-term rewards without thinking about the future. Zuri, and the other path gets better. Amari, because the person built good habits. Zuri, saving. Amari, saving. Zuri, spending responsibly. Amari, spending responsibly. Zuri, and investing. Amari, exactly. Zuri, so every money decision is really a life decision. Amari, that's a great way to think about it. Zuri, because the choices I make today affect what happens tomorrow. Amari, and the choices you make tomorrow affect the next day. Zuri, so wealth isn't built in one giant step. Amari, nope, it's built one smart decision at a time. Zuri, small choices plus consistency. Amari, equals big results. Zuri, I think I'm ready to start building the future I want. Amari, and it starts with the very next dollar you earn. Amari has one final lesson for Zuri. Every financial decision is like taking a step down a path. Some paths lead to more stress, fewer choices, and missed opportunities. Other paths lead to greater freedom, more options, and a stronger future. The good news is that you don't have to make perfect decisions every time. What matters most is consistency. Small, smart choices repeated over and over can create big results over time. Amari, look at these two paths. Zuri, they start in the same place. Amari, just like most people start with opportunities to make good decisions. Zuri, but the paths don't end in the same place. Amari, that's right. Zuri, one path gets harder. Amari, because the person kept choosing short-term rewards without thinking about the future. Zuri, and the other path gets better. Amari, because the person built good habits. Zuri, saving. Amari, saving. Zuri, spending responsibly. Amari, spending responsibly. Zuri, and investing. Amari, exactly. Zuri, so every money decision is really a life decision. Amari, that's a great way to think about it. Zuri, because the choices I make today affect what happens tomorrow. Amari, and the choices you make tomorrow affect the next day. Zuri, so wealth isn't built in one giant step. Amari, nope, it's built one smart decision at a time. Zuri, small choices plus consistency. Amari, equals big results. Zuri, I think I'm ready to start building the future I want. Amari, and it starts with the very next dollar you earn. Congratulations! Amari and Zuri have completed their lesson on saving, spending, and investing. Today they learned that every dollar has three possible jobs. Some money should protect you. Some money should help you enjoy life. Some money should help you grow your future. They also learned that wealth isn't built overnight. It's built through small, consistent decisions made over time. The goal isn't to save every dollar. The goal isn't to spend every dollar. And the goal isn't to invest every dollar. The goal is balance. When you learn to balance saving, spending, and investing, you begin building something powerful, financial freedom. Amari, let's review what we learned. Zuri, saving protects me. Amari, correct. Zuri, spending helps me enjoy life. Amari, exactly. Zuri, investing helps my money grow. Amari, perfect. Zuri, and all three work together. Amari, that's the secret. Zuri, I don't have to be rich to get started. Amari, nope. Zuri, I just need a plan. Amari, and discipline. Zuri, every dollar should have a purpose. Amari, now you're thinking like a wealth builder. Zuri, so when I earn money, I should ask myself three questions. Amari, what are they? Zuri, how much should I save? Amari, good. Zuri, how much should I spend? Amari, excellent. Zuri, and how much should I invest? Amari, perfect. Zuri, I think I'm ready. Amari, ready for what? Zuri, to start building my future. Amari, then your journey begins with the very next dollar you earn. And that's today's lesson. As you leave Afro Think Tank University, remember that knowledge is only powerful when you use it. Take what you've learned today, apply it in the real world, share it with someone else, and come back ready for the next lesson. Until next time, keep learning, keep building, and keep growing. This is Afro Think Tank University. Learn something, teach something, class dismissed.